Hello guys, you're welcome back once more to my channel. In this particular video guys, I'll show you exactly how to sew this lovely milkmaid blouse with puff sleeve, this stylish puff sleeve. I'm sure you love the way it's looking on me, and I'm sure you admire it so much. Okay, so if you want to make something like this for yourself, that is just what I want to do for you. I want to show you how to make this for yourself, so stick with me to the end of the video so that you see exactly how I sew this. And please check the description box to see the tutorial video on how to draft it. Please, before we move into the video proper, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and turn on notification bell for more updates. And see you in my next video to come. All right guys, into this particular, remember I already drafted this, so just click the description box and you will see the drafting part of this. So this is 49 inch, this particular length I'm taking. I'm just going through everything I've cut out. This is for my sleeve, and I have 15 inch for it, and then I have 13 inch. So 13 inch as the depth and 15 inch as the width. Okay, why this is for the cup. Okay, this is the cup, that is a gathered cup, the bust cup. So I cut two and I've added my seam allowances, and this is the the front and the back, and all I had to do was just extend it out to a good fitted, to accommodate the actual size I want it. Okay, if you notice, I drafted the pattern to my waist length. So all I had to do was extend it out by like extra 7 inch or 8 inch, depending on the length you want the blouse to be. But make sure to take the measurement of your hip while doing that, so that you can extend it in a very fitted way. Okay, so everything I'm doing here is just making sure that everything works out. I'm using my chalk to notch to mark out everything that needs to be marked out, and I'll use my scissors to notch everything that needs to be notched. And now I'm cutting my zip. So I'm just preparing this. Everything I'm doing is preparing. So, and I'm going to go ahead and apologize to you guys for not ironing this fabric. If you look at it, it's a bit rumpled. I myself, I really don't like it that way, but I just started making this video, and then I said, oh, I don't think it's going to reflect, only for me to start noticing it as I was making the video. So I really don't like the way it was reflecting, but along the line as I'm sewing, I'm going to definitely iron it, so you'll see the beauty. Okay, so please just keep up with me. So what I'm trying to do like this is I'm just trying to get my darts. Then I'm going to just try to connect the dart out from the initial pattern I drafted already. If you can see what I'm doing with my chalk, I'm just trying to see, I'm notching it to get my dart. Okay, so if you're making yours, in case you want to turn yours into a blouse, you don't want yours to be a dress, so this is just exactly how I did it. So all you need to do is extend it out, extend your dart out. Okay, so then I'm using my chalk on the bust part, and I'm going to notch. Please, this chalk, these things you see me bringing out with the chalk and notching is very important too. It's very, very important. Try to do it, because when you start sewing, you will see the importance of everything you have notched. Okay, so this is the front and this is the back. So now I already have my notch part, that is for my seam. So I'm going to be sewing a straight line to this. That straight line is what I'm going to use to gather it. So the same thing goes for the down part. I'm also going to sew a straight line. Okay, so you see the importance of the notch, because if you don't do that, you might just start assuming everything, which might not make your work to come out very accurate. So guys, as you can see clearly, this is the back side. I've done sewing the dart for the back. You can see how lovely the dart looks already. This is the other side of the back. I made sure that this dart is so nice. It's just a 1 inch dart, but I connected it to sew it in a way that it looks so nice. So this is the front. You can see it having that U shape on the cup side, and this is my dart. I've sewed the dart all the way down. So the next thing I'm going to do now is to prepare my gathered for the my bust for the cup. So now I'm going to retake the measurement here. In case you don't know, normally before you throw your cutter, the moment you draft your pattern and you cut out, make sure you have the measurement of this particular measurement I took now, which is the 7.5. Okay, make sure you know exactly what is there. So use your tape rule and make sure it, you can do it the way I'm doing mine, or you can do it on your pattern paper before you cut out. So you have that at the back of your mind to help you when you want to make the gathered for the cup. Okay, so that you can get your exact chest across chest with that. So what I got was 7.5, and I'm just going to go ahead and drag I'm going to gather this fabric to that 7.5 exactly. So I hope I'm not talking too much, guys. In case I'm talking too much, just pay close attention to what I'm doing, and I'm sure you will definitely get what you want. I'm also going to drag the down part, but on the down part I might not drag it exactly 7.5 like that. I'm just going to make it maybe like 8 inch. Okay, so I'll add extra 0.5. So guys, this is it. I'm done with the dragging. So the next thing I will show you, I'm going to be using pin to show you exactly what I'm going to be doing next. I'm going to pin it all the way through to show you what I'll do next. So I'll also do the second one. So like I said, I'm going to use pin to show you what I'm doing next before I'll take it to the sewing machine, so that I can save time. So all you need to do is just pay attention to what I want to do next, how I'm going to attach this cup. So guys, take note that this my fabric, I'm sewing this direct. I don't have any lining I'm using to turn this. So but in case you have yours and you are using lining, make sure to turn your linings with the fabric first before you start applying anything you want to apply. Okay, so that is just it. So that now I'm going to place this. This is the back, the front and the back. This is the back. Now I'm turning the back to face the back. That is back or back face back. This is the back of the blouse and the back of the cup. So I'm just going to target this particular edge, this point here, and I'm going to place it to match. It's going to be matching it on that point. If you're using lining, by now you would have turned your cup and it will be having a nice look. But if you notice, mine it's having this rough edge. So I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to go about this, so to prevent that rough edge from showing. Now I'm going to be taking in 1/2 inch on this side of the armhole. This 1/2 inch is for the joining. This particular thing I'm taking in might not be so necessary, but it's going to help you when you are turning the cup. When you want to use you want to band the cup, it's going to help a lot, so that you can gauge what you are banding. You won't end up banding something too higher. Maybe you end up banding it and then the cup comes out higher than that, the armhole. They need to be equivalent. Okay, so it's very nice you mark that so that you can work with that, because now I have to stop my cup on that line, so that when I band it, the band will now measure back to that 1/2 inch. Okay, so I'm just going to pin this down like so. As you can see me, I'm pinning it down. Make sure you arrange it very well. Why I'm doing this is so that you already know what, after doing this, the next thing I'm going to take it to the machine and sew it together. So you can see how it looks. This is how it's going to come out after I finish. But then I'm going to add a second one also. So this is the second. I've added the second one. You can see how lovely it's looking. I'm going to show you at the back. Now this is exactly what I did. Remember, don't cut out the threads immediately, or be very patient with the threads, so that you will get everything you want before you start cutting out the threads. So this is exactly what I've done. Remember the rough edge side I told you, that is the rough edge side of the middle. That is the center middle, the middle part, that this rough edge. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to fold it in. You can decide to just do normal sewing. Like I'm going to normally sew it straight. Okay, so, and I place it on top like this. Okay, so with this now, I'm going to, when I take it to the machine, I'm going to be sewing on that place I folded. Okay, so that automatically I've been able to fold in that rough edge. I hope you understand what I'm explaining. Okay, so that is it. So when I finish doing that, I'll make sure I drag it a little to be on top of each other like this. So you can decide to stitch it all the way down, or you just stop stitch it, whichever way you prefer. If you want your cleavage to be revealed, you can decide to not top stitch or stitch anything. You can just leave it that way. The one they it's not going to reveal down to the point. It's definitely going to just reveal a normal cleavage. So it all depends on how you want it. So at this point, you can make your choice. If you don't want it to reveal anything, if you see mine, you'll notice that everything is covering very well. So now, so guys, I've pinned this hole down, and then I'm going to take it to the machine and sew. So guys, I finished sewing this already. Okay, before I go ahead and sew it, I'm going to show you the loop, the band. This is the band to turn the bust, the cup. So this is a normal long band. You can just get a nice length band. That is the first thing I showed you from the beginning of the video, if you remember. That was around 49 inch. So now I divided it by 2, and that is what I'm going to be using to turn this. So this is a 3 inch. You can decide to make yours 2 inch depending on how thin you want your band to be. So I want mine to be a bit bold. If you observe very well from the beginning of the video, you will see that mine is a bit bold, and I really like it that way. So if you want yours to be bolder, just increase the width, increase the depth. That is the depth of the band. So now all I'm doing now is I'm placing it like this, and I'm just going to pin it down. Remember, what we are doing right now is we are sewing pinning. So everything you see me do is this step by step I'm doing is exactly what I'm going to do, okay, on this machine. I'm going to first of all attach the cup, then I will now use the band, but I'm not going to top stitch the middle of the cup after attaching. I'll go for the band first before I can do the top stitching part or the sewing together of the middle. So you can see now, you can see exactly how I'm placing this. You can see how nice and lovely it is. Okay, you can see that at the end of it, this band is like a 1 inch. This is a 1 inch band. So after you finish sew like this, the next thing you're going to do is you're going to extend it out. It's very simple. All you need to do is continue the folding. Just continue folding it like that. You can go ahead and iron it first before you attach. Maybe that will make it very easy for you to sew. You can go ahead and fold it perfectly to the exact length you want it, the exact width you want it, how you want it, whether 1 inch or thereabout, and iron. So just go ahead and close it up the way I closed mine, and that is it for the band. So guys, I'll go to the machine now, and I will go ahead and just finish this work up perfectly. So you can see, so guys, here is it. I've not yet sewed this. It's just the pin part that is still showing. At the time I finish sewing this, everything will balance up properly. Everything will match perfectly. For now, this is just the pin part. Okay. So guys, I finished sewing it. Wow, this is so lovely. I love how this is looking already. It's so nice. It's so lovely. I've also hemmed the down part. So guys, I've ironed it. As you can see how lovely it's looking, and it's so neat and really lovely. You can see, I'm sure you love the outcome of this already. You can see how this one is equivalent, is matching each other. No one is longer than the other. So that is just exactly how it's going to be. You can see our band, and you can see just how lovely it is, right? Okay, so I'm going to proceed now to finish the rest of it. So I'm going to top stitch here, or I'm going to sew it down. So to you, it all depends on how you want it, and it's not a must to top stitch or sew down. That you can leave it like that if you want to reveal your cleavage. Okay, so that is just it. So for the back, I'm just going to go ahead and place it. I've equally ironed the hem part, that is the down part of this, because I'm going to be sewing it all. So now you can see how lovely this look. I'm going to sew the side of my back. I'm going to sew it. And after I finish sewing the side, the next thing I'm going to do is to attach my zip. I'll fix my zipper. So I'm just going to do the sewing and I'll attach my zipper. So that after that I will now go for my sleeve. So my sleeve is very easy. I'm going to whip the mouth of this sleeve, that is the length. I'm going to whip the two sides. I'll be whipping them both because the style that we are going to apply on the sleeve requires that whipping. So guys, this is it. I've been able to sew some part of my side. I didn't sew it to the down part. Let me go ahead and attach the sleeve first. So this is my zip. I use the most available zip I have at home to make this. It's an invincible zip and it's actually lovely, except it's very long, but I'll go ahead and cut it when I want to fold this properly. Okay, so just like this, when I want to do the finish sewing of the zip, I will cut it off. Okay, so guys, the next thing that is needed is to finish up this part I've not finished up, that I didn't sew up together. I'm going to sew them all together, making sure they're all aligned properly. Okay, I'm just showing you for you to see what I'm going to be doing next. Okay guys, so for the sleeve, as you can see, now I've finished whipping the two sides like I told you already. So I'm going to show you exactly how I'm going to use the elastic to make the beautiful style on it. So this elastic you see here is my bicep measurement divided by 2, and I added 1.5 on it. So that 1.5 is for the allowance on the elastic. That is for this two-side allowance, so that you will not end up sewing and after sewing you will not see the elastic will come out too tight. So I'm going to be moving on 1.5 on this to attach this elastic. I'm going to be attaching it on the line of the 1.5, okay, because of the style of the sleeve. Okay, I hope you understand what I'm saying. If you the puff sleeve, that's the style of the puff sleeve. So I'm just going to pin this down. Normally I'm going to, when I want to sew this, I'll pin it, stitch it, and I'll drag it all the way to the end. Okay, so I would have showed you exactly how to sew this on the sewing machine, but my camera might not be able to catch it properly for you. So just go ahead and just follow your discretion. I'm sure you get it right. Okay, should I say discretion or follow your mind? Follow your mind. Just follow what I directed. You're going to get it right. Just try to stretch it to the end while sewing it. That is just the only thing. Make sure you are sewing it on that same line, the 1.5 that you went up. So I'm going to go ahead and finish up these sides now. I'll finish them all because they need to be finished up. Then I'm going to take the measurement all the way around like this, so to get my sleeve, the armhole. So I'm going to take the measurement all the way around. So I have 4.7, I have 4.075 here. That is 4 3/4. Okay, so what I'm going to do is my normal armhole measurement is 19.5. So I'm going to be subtracting that 4 3/4 from it. I'm going to subtract it, and I think I have 15 3/4 here. Okay, I hope I subtracted this well. I didn't even check, I just went ahead and I was just counting it on the tape. So now I'm going to be dividing that 4 3/4 by 2. That is a 4.075. So I'm going to divide it by 2. I'll have 2.02. I have 2.025. So I'm going to be marking it on the fabric. Please guys, note this side I'm working on this sleeve is the back side, not the front. So I'm going to extend it out very well. So I'm going to fold this like this and I'm going to sew, but what I'm going to be sewing is going to stop exactly on the points of the two inches that I took. Please don't forget to fold whatever you want to fold at least ½ inch or 0.75, so that you can have space for your elastic to fit in. You don't want to start forcing and fighting with the elastic when you're putting it. So guys, that is just all. Oh, that is all. There is nothing else. After I did that, all I had to do was just go ahead and finish off the sleeve and attach it. Okay, so as you can see, this is my zip. I finished the work already, and this is the front. And then this is the inside of the sleeve. You can see how I was able to gather this up properly. You can make it tight after you finish. This is the armhole. This is the armhole side. Okay, you can see how nice this is looking. And then which other part will I show you? Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you know you have enjoyed this video so far. I'm just showing you exactly how I attach this. And this is the elastic. You can see the elastic here is revealing. That is the 1.5 you added. So that is the part that is going to be coming out like that. So if you can follow it exactly the way I directed you, you will come out with your perfect armhole. You will not need to shape anything or lose anything like that. It will just match on your shoulder. So for this one, I just top stitched the middle and I'm good to go. Okay, so guys, see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. And